What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGW Brothers Vlogs. Oh, let me take out my AirPods. Oh, this video is sponsored by... No, I'm just kidding. I wish. Apple, you're looking to sponsor video? AirPods, maybe? I don't know. Slide into my DMs. Anyway, what is up, guys? I hope all of you are doing well, especially through this crazy, ridiculous time period. 2020 has been ridiculous. Definitely a mulligan. Definitely deserves a do-over. That is for sure. So hopefully all of you guys are doing well. As many of you already know, we have just recently gotten back from Tennessee, and it was a super fun trip. We actually planned originally to do a lot of different things there. Unfortunately, many things did not work out time-wise, so we weren't able to do as much as we originally planned. So the good thing about that is it means we have to go back. And but either way, absolutely had a great time. We got to do an amazing explore and a fantastic opportunity, which a lot of you have seen on the main channel, Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration. There are 2 videos there in particular. What was that? I don't know. I'm guessing it was like the door or something. I hope. Otherwise, there's a ghost in here with me or something. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we went to Hales Bar Dam, guys. Super excited. We reached out to Cindy, which you can actually reach out to them on the Hales Bar Dam and Hales Bar Dam Marina websites, as well as the Hales Bar Paranormal Investigations website, which I'll have descriptions. I'll have the links in the description down below at the bottom of this video for sure. Check those guys out on Facebook. Super nice people, easy to work with. In fact, I believe Cindy had some personal issues that she was dealing with and still worked with us to set this whole explore up, which was mega awesome. Steven was an amazing tour guide, and you can really tell he really cares about this place and really enjoys what he's doing. He really gets into the tour. It was just a lot of fun. You can really tell when people legitimately enjoy what they're doing. It's just a whole nother level, adds a whole nother level to the experience, and it just made it so much better. Great dude. Tons of cool stuff on there. I believe the Paranormal Investigation Facebook page has a lot of evidence from other people because they do a lot of different tours, a lot of different events. And he did mention that all the proceeds, in fact, to the explorers and the tours and the events and all that good stuff actually goes right back into the building. They are working together to actually restore this building, and you mentioned that they were actually trying to make this into a museum eventually for people to enjoy, and I think that's fantastic because this is an awesome piece of American history. In particular, there's tons of history at this place. It was just so much fun. That's something that I'm truly fascinated. This whole part of the urbex thing that I enjoy is the stories behind these places. Why are they abandoned? What happened in these places, etc. And in particular, I love going to museums. I grew up going to museums. I grew up going to historical places, and it was just a big part of my life. And I think that is mega important, and it's something that we haven't really pushed in this day and age, and we are actually in fact doing the opposite now, trying to get rid of history. But I will not get into that discussion because this is not a political channel and I don't want to trigger anybody. So anyway, first and foremost, guys, just take a moment to enjoy the beauty of Tennessee. Let's go. right, guys. Yeah, like I said, Tennessee was absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I've never been. If I had, I was really young and I just really don't remember it. But Tennessee is near and dear to my heart. My grandmother was born there. There's a lot of my family history from that place, and there's so much more that I want to do. So I most definitely will be going back at some point. In fact, I would even enjoy doing some sort of meetup situation. A lot of you guys reached out to us and asked us whether or not we were going to do meetups, and we are for sure going to do them. I think it's very important. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing them. Unfortunately, right now, as things are, it's very difficult to do. So we will be doing those more likely in 2021, depending on how 2021 goes. But we are focusing more on traveling, going to cool places, etc., more than the fan meetups, just due to safety concerns and the ability to get places to allow us to go to them and have fan meetups, etc. It's just too complicated, and we don't want to get into that. But we will definitely be doing them at some point. This video in particular is actually a lot about my experience going to Hales Bar Dam. It's kind of a shout out to them, my experience doing it, how I felt there, what it was like, and what do I think. Sort of a my take on the whole deal for the vlog channel. So, cat's outside locked down. She's very upset about it. Before I get into that discussion, though, I do want to let you guys know, members and Patreons, I'm working on another, no addresses, yeah, another stack of photos, signed photos that I'll be getting out in the next week or so. It just takes me some time to get through them. We also do sign them, all of them. We hand sign these, and I'm trying to put like a neat little message and stuff on them as well. So lots goes into that, and it does take me some time to get through them, finding all the addresses, verifying the address is correct, etc., etc. But we are working on that. I am diligent. I have another pile going, so I will get another pile. So many of you reached out and said you didn't receive yours yet. It's probably because it's just wasn't in the first batch. I sent like 30 or 40 of them. Probably just wasn't in the first batch of photos, but we are definitely getting those out. So stick with us, be patient. It will get done. Anyway, guys, like I said, this video is a lot about adventures at Hales Bar Dam. We did do a couple more videos while we were out, but the biggest is Hales Bar Dam, and honestly, it was probably one of the most fun explores I've done in a long time, and it was just fantastic. Like I said, the people were great. Everyone in Tennessee was super freaking nice. Definitely enjoyed my stay there. There's so much that I would have liked to have filmed for the vlog channel that we didn't really get a chance to do because we only had a couple days to work with, and the elevation was kind of rough on us. We still had to get to the gym and get our training in and make sure we were healthy. But so it took us some time. We just didn't have enough time there. But like I said, we will be going back. We are in the process of planning another trip somewhere else, though. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's get into the video. Boo! What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs. Guys, look at where I am. It's beautiful. I'm in the mountains of Tennessee right now because Joe and I have booked an amazing explore. We're here visiting Hales Bar Dam, freaking super famous spot. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. We're actually get to go inside for a private investigation at 8. So we are here crazy early, but I wanted to actually do a little filming for a vlog channel because, guys, it is absolutely beautiful out here, by the way. This is actually Hales Bar Marina, where this actually is. And you can actually, if you look over there, first of all, this lake or river actually is amazing, surrounded by mountains. You can actually rent cabins on the water, rent boats. Super cool place just to come, just to hang out, take some photos. You can walk around a little bit of the outside here, but if you go on their website, they do allow for investigations. Well, reached out to them last week and worked something out where we could do a private investigation. So we are here tonight to do that. I'm super excited. Also, a little worried, a little concerned because there's so many legends about this place. Ghost Adventures actually came here. I'm not sure if anybody else did, but I know Ghost Adventures did. A bunch of YouTubers have done it, and now we get to do it. And guys, it is absolutely beautiful here. Weather is great, and we're so incredibly excited that we get to come here and do this. But this is absolutely beautiful. Guys, I'm here at the beautiful Tennessee River at the Hales Bar Marina.
Yeah, he's there.
At sunset, is he?
Yeah.
We are getting ready for our night explore of the Hales Bar Dam. Guys, we came all the way up here, and this is our prize right here. We booked an explore of this place. Crazy haunted place, apparently. Ghost Adventures went there. So many legends, so many crazy things, and as a bonus, we get to enjoy a sunset in the mountains by the Tennessee River. You know what's really cool? You can actually rent cabins. They have cabins on the water, and they have cabins up there in the mountains up there. And you can actually stay here. It's pretty cool. Rent boats, jet skis, all that good stuff. Go out there, do some fishing, enjoy the water. But Hales Bar Dam is where we are going tonight, guys. We get to go in there. I'm so excited. Except a little concerned about some Native American juju. Is supposedly this whole area is sacred Cherokee land. So I'm really nervous. As a lot of people said, they've gotten hurt, gotten scratched, get pulled, threatened, all kinds of stuff. There's supposedly people who constructed this whole dam here buried in its foundations. Once they fell, they could not save them, and they end up being buried in the foundations themselves. Also, when the TVA flooded this area, there was a cemetery full of people, most of which, well, that sounded like a gunshot, but I don't think that's what that was. Full of people, including tons and tons of children that were racked by Spanish influenza, and they are said to haunt this place as well. I'm really looking forward to this. I am nervous about this. I'm excited about this. As this was built, and it started being built actually in 1905, completed in 1913. Took a lot longer than it needed to be built because it was racked with problems during construction. Crazy stuff, which we'll talk about on the main video. Ended up being way over budget, in fact. Crazy stuff. But we are getting ready here to go inside this place. As this trip has been incredible. Dogs? You got all the flashlights and everything?
I got everything in the backpack.
Yeah? Look at this. Joe's ready to go. We're about to start this video.
Yeah, we're about to do this, guys. I am so excited to do this place. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, we've been itching to get at this place for like a week. Started talking to a wonderful lady who runs this place on the Facebook page Hales Bar Dam, as well as the Hales Bar Dam Paranormal group. You can reach out to them if you ever want to do an explore. Just reach out to them on the messenger, talk to them, they'll work it out with you. They do group explorers, they do special event nights, do all kinds of cool stuff. Easy to work with, super nice lady to work with as well. In fact, she was actually going through some things this week, was real busy, had some family stuff, and still worked with us, which is great. So big thank you to all of you who helped make this possible. Oh, Joe's already down there, he's leaving me. So anyway, guys, check out our main channel, Urban Ghost Urban Exploration, for this explore, this paranormal explore. Let's do this.
I think we're about to go in here, so I think this is the guy Steve we're supposed to meet up with. Are you Steve?
Yep, I'm Steven.
All right, Steven, nice to meet you, man. I'm Joe. All right. Steven's gonna be locking us in here tonight. Hey man, Joe.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Steven. I'm excited about this. So you're gonna lock us in for a couple hours?
Oh yeah. And if you want, I can give you guys a little bit of an overview of the history. I'm the head tour guide and historian for the dam.
That would be fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know the history of the place better than anyone, so
All right.
I can answer any questions you have about the structure.
Oh, wow. If you can give us a little overview, that would be fantastic.
For sure.
All right. Hey, Rob, this is Steven.
Hey.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Bye.
All right. So, Steven's going to give us an overview and then lock us in. And
Yep.
so,
have some fun.
yeah, absolutely.
So for the sake of time in this video, because I don't want this to be a 3-hour long video, I'm basically going to utilize part 1 of the Explore, which you can watch the full video in depth, like I said before, on Urban Ghosts, Urban Exploration. This is simply just going to be my commentary and sort of my thoughts on it, how I felt, etc., etc. So let's do it.
All right, here we are at the Hales Bar Dam. As you can see, this is a beautiful place and also a very, very creepy place as well.
So that was actually an understatement. I mean, first of all, when you just going to this place, I mean, during the day, this place is awe-inspiring for sure. It's a massive, massive building. In fact, once you go inside, you realize it's far bigger than even it looks on the outside. But just the sheer magnitude of this place as you're coming up to the place really is awe-inspiring. But as that sun goes down and it gets dark out there, because keep in mind, this is in the mountains. This is right on the river. This is a marina. There's really very, very few lights out there. It's pitch black. It is pitch black. So the feeling that you get being in the shadow of this building alone is already just crazy. And just knowing the backstory before I even went there, I was already sort of like expecting craziness, expecting a certain level of negativity, and I was prepared for it. Now, I didn't watch any content on this place. I didn't watch any of the YouTube videos. I didn't watch any of the Ghost Adventure stuff, anything on TV, nothing. I simply read up on a lot of the legends. I really want to be as surprised and as open to the experience as I possibly could. And honestly, we didn't even know when we went there that we were going to be able to do a full tour as well as the lockdown itself. We were sort of surprised by that, which is fantastic. We were not mentally prepared for that, and therefore we were completely open to the experiences in this place. Is one of my favorite things about going to different new locations that we don't know anything about, is that you don't know what you're going to experience at all. You are completely open to everything, and it's fantastic. There's just a certain like rush of something like that. I mean, I think that's the appeal in some cases of a lot of this stuff. It's a certain rush you get, the adrenaline rush, being that certain amount. It's the same reason you watch horror films on, you know, in the movie theaters. It's that rush you get from the fear, the anxiety, everything that goes behind it. And I knew that there was so much dark history of this place, and as soon as you walk in, you were literally punched in the face by this level of energy that is just wacky. Now, some of that could be a little bit psychosomatic just from the way the place looks, the energy in the walls of this place being that it was constructed with limestone, you know, absorbed over many years of having so much energy pushed through it, as well as deaths, etc. I don't know. I just know when I came into this place, I was smashed in the face with the most ridiculous feelings all over the place emotionally. And it's heavy. It's really, really heavy when you go in there. And it certainly surprised me. I didn't know what I was in for. And as soon as we started talking about lockdowns, I was really concerned about that based on the feelings that I was getting just going around in the tour. There was just multiple levels to this place, not just, you know, physically as in multiple floors. I mean, just multiple layers and levels of just experience in this place from different types of things that I really can't explain. But if you go there and you're sort of open to this, you know what I'm talking about. It's just so much energy, and in this place, and you don't really know how to sort of pinpoint any of it. I mean, we heard multiple voices, multiple sounds, multiple things from multiple places. It was just coming from all directions. We really couldn't dial anything in. It was pretty crazy. Very few places we've ever been has been that intense. I look back and I think the only time we've ever been really ridiculously bombarded by craziness was really the Frank Lloyd Wright House when we first went there. The first few times we went there, you know, you get a sense of just this real intense energy, almost like thousands and thousands and thousands of people are all whispering all at the same time, and you can't make anything out. That's sort of my best way to describe the feeling and what it's like. The confusion that actually causes, it's pretty intense if you're not prepared for it. But it's really, really awesome to be able to have that experience in this place. This place is right here, and, you know, it's open for anybody to go to. But we really weren't ready. And this place is, I mean, words can't describe how creepy this freaking place is. And the videos that are out there don't do it justice. Either you really, really need to get onto that experience and go yourself. You really, really do. It's just so worth it. And these are things that Joe and I are looking to do more and more of, or a lot of these historical places, a lot of really cool famous places like hotels, famous houses, insane asylums, etc. We are looking to do more and more and more of that on the main channel for sure. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but we really want to check these places out. And that's, like I mentioned before earlier in the video, this is absolute passion of mine. Now, what I will say, one of the coolest things about this, not really taking like the historical aspect, the feeling of this place, the background of this place, etc., out of the equation, is the fact that they have $2,000 worth of ghost hunting equipment in these cases that they let you do whatever you want with. It's, well, within reason, obviously, you can't do anything you want. You get what I'm saying. You get to actually, even if you've never been able to mess around with any of this equipment, you don't know any of this is, this affords you the opportunity to use all of this stuff. I mean, they had these little cat balls, they had grid lighting, they had drone camera things, they had the IR cams, they had the little thing that shows little sticky things or whatever. I don't remember what it's called right now, but you know what I'm talking about. They have just two big, huge cases filled with stuff I've never even seen before. Fancy spirit boxes, all kinds of stuff, like stuff we've never even heard of, never used one time, various types of EMF readers, all kinds of stuff. And that's so awesome. You get to actually utilize this stuff, and you actually get as much time in this place as you want. They actually give you a walkie-talkie once you go into this experience. Once they lock you in, if you choose to do that, they give you a walkie-talkie. And the guide goes basically to his wherever he lives or whatever in the marina and waits it out. And you just dial them in whenever you want to get out. Now, we weren't prepared for that. So we really only had like 2 gamma batteries each and a couple batteries for the lighting that we were using and a few different flashlights. And all of which is crazy, all of which completely drained. Even my cell phone in my pocket, which I wasn't using, completely drained into the red, and it was fully charged. Joe's did as well. I don't know what might have caused that. I mean, that's probably the most drainage I've seen on any place I've ever been, ever. And in fact, we were so drained, it felt exactly like we felt after the Frank Lloyd Wright House, where we were just hot, like red in the face, like just completely drained. It was crazy. So there's a lot of experience in this particular place if you're open to it. I mean, just alone, and a lot of people commented on the video as they were watching this video, that they could see my face in the background, because Joe was standing next to Steven most of the time. He was running the camera. We only were running one because I was trying to conserve as much of my battery as I possibly could. So I was sort of lagging behind, sort of kind of looking around, seeing things, and I was hearing stuff constantly. One of the biggest things I experienced in that place was spider webs. Not like legit spider webs. I mean, there was a couple like on walls and stuff, but it felt like I was walking through spider webs the entire time. There was even a point where we were walking through a doorway to go to a staircase, and it literally felt like I bumped into somebody on the side. And Steven turns around and is like, did something get you? You know, it was freaking insane. I could not explain it because they're walking ahead of me, and they clearly did not walk through any spider webs. And there's no way they didn't and I did. That just doesn't make any sense. So it was pretty ridiculous, the experience. Not to mention I was hearing so much talking going on. I heard a person directly in my ear whispering to me, a male voice in my ear. And it was so loud and so clear that I thought it was Joe telling me something, because he was standing behind me next to Steven talking about something. So I thought he had leaned over and just said something to me real quick, and I just didn't make it out or something, but it wasn't him. And as I was walking through one of the doorways, I clearly heard a voice tell me that they were there behind me. So I was hearing stuff all the time. So a lot of people mentioned that they saw my face constantly like, what, you know, because I was hearing stuff all over the place. I heard a female voice. I heard a female clear as day while we were downstairs next to the water, upstairs, singing a song, and then clearly say, please, like, stop, or please don't do that, or something, as if something was happening that was bad. And then it just went away. And it was just pretty insane. While I was down there, I used one of the EMF readers, which I never really use. You never see us really use any kind of equipment. I just had it just to see, you know, what would happen. And as I was down in the bottom floor, the thing was going insane. It was just getting all kinds of readings. All the while I was hearing things all around me. It was almost like something was following us around. And especially during the tour itself, because I was hearing footsteps right behind me most of the time. Now, some places you could probably argue that it could have just been the echoes of Joe and Steven ahead of me. It's possible. I've thought about that. There's certain places that it happened that it cannot be explained. So it was like somebody was literally walking around with us, watching what we were doing. It was pretty freaking wild. Pretty freaking wild. We heard metal being thrown, where there were zero metal, no loose metal at all. It was literally impossible to hear thrown metal, because there's none to have been thrown and there's nobody else in there. And the other cool thing, actually, when Steven, towards the end of the tour, they bring you down into the tunnels. The tunnels, they tell you about a potential water spirit or some kind of entity down there, and they tell you about the story where somebody broke in and sacrificed a rabbit and stuff like that. That particular tunnel, and down the tunnel, they say there's 2 little girls that are down there playing with these toys, etc. While we were coming back, we were all sort of having a conversation, as we were walking out, because we were finishing it up at the tour and basically heading our way out, and we clearly heard people down there with us. It sounded like multiple people in a hurry leaving, and it was so loud, so clear, that we had in fact run out. Like, Joe peeled out, Steven peeled out. They were talking about somebody potentially getting arrested for trespassing because they broke into this place during this tour event. Don't know how they did it because the gate was closed and locked. I don't know. We went all over the place. We went down tunnels, we went upstairs, everywhere. Nothing was there. We went all the way back upstairs. There was nothing there but an elderly couple at the gate with a flashlight, sort of just looking in the building. And there's no way that we would have heard them walking around outside from down there. So completely unexplainable experience. And for me, that was just so intense. When we finally got to the point where we were discussing the lockdown, I really started having my concerns because the experiences were so intense during the tour, which is crazy. I mean, he was simply just showing us around, telling us all the history, telling us the stories, telling us where people have had experiences, telling us really how to interact, what not to do, things like that, potentially dangerous spaces where people have been scratched, etc. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is, like, we went up to the break room where there was a confrontation resulting in someone's passing, and that person has been said to be fairly violent. We did something we don't normally do. We tried to incite that. We did hear some things in response, but there was nothing really, like, nothing hit us or attacked us or anything. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I was kind of hoping, because when he was telling the story, and he was telling us his experience with that story, I'm talking about Steven, he even said that he's been scratched multiple times. He says that that particular person doesn't really like him that much. And we actually heard somebody walking around in that room with us, and it was a very loud noise when he was even telling the story. So it was pretty crazy. So I was really looking forward to what may or may not happen. The only other experience that I can say that I really had, it was really intense. I went into the upstairs office, the admin area. And again, I tried to sort of excite something to see if maybe that would do something I don't ever really do. But I was upstairs. I was by myself. Joe was downstairs in the tunnels. And I was up there, and Stephen had told us that someone had passed there by a heart attack, a widowmaker, in the office. So I started really talking about like working for the man and being overly stressed, and maybe that caused the heart attack, et cetera, just to try to sort of excite something. And almost like immediately when I was in that room, I started getting really bad chest pains. My chest started getting really tight. Not to the point where I felt like I was having a heart attack per se, but I felt like my chest was super heavy and uncomfortable, and it was getting real tough to breathe, almost as if I was in the process of having a heart attack, but I really wasn't. So I don't know if, again, that could have been just psychosomatic because I was trying to excite a response. I don't know, but that was something really interesting in this particular place. Really cool. And again, I was trying something I don't ever really do. I don't really like to sort of mess with things in particular when I go to these places, but I just, for some reason, when I was in this place after the tour, I sort of wanted to try some new things while I was there. It was already intense enough because Joe and I got separated. I started looking at some things, and Joe had gone off, and I had lost him. I didn't even know where he was anymore. And, I ended up finding him. He was downstairs, but we stayed separated for quite a while in that place. And, it's so strange because Joe and I have been by ourselves, and even when we were doing collabs, like we typically move off in our own directions and do our own things, and we've done so many things in so many weird, crazy places. And this particular place, like, I was really uncomfortable with that. Like, I was in really uncomfortable space being by myself in there. It was the strangest thing because it is open. It's not like there's not a ton of like risk in terms of getting hurt as long as you're not doing something really dumb. But for some reason I felt like, because we've been in some ridiculously bad locations where like you sneeze and you can fall through the floor, like bad stuff can happen. But this particular place, I was so on edge. Like, the feeling in that place, I cannot explain. When you're alone and that's it, you're already on edge. Your senses are heightened, and the experiences are just everywhere, and you're hearing things all around you. These meters and things are going crazy. I didn't even get a chance to even use all the equipment that was there, which I'm kind of bummed about. We just simply did not have enough batteries, and they all drained anyway, so we really didn't get a ton of time in there. I'm glad we got the time that we did because it was amazing. But it is totally worth going back, and I think we definitely will. But like I said, you have the entire night to yourself if you want. And there's tons of chairs everywhere that you can sit in and do like spirit box sessions and stuff like that. There's so many things you could do. I mean, you could spend all night long in that place if you want to. Like, you definitely could. There is enough there where you can make 3, 4, 5 different videos at that place in one night. It is amazing. It is amazing. But I have been having a lot of like crazy nightmares after the place. Again, I don't know how much of that has to do with that particular place. I don't know. But I'm just sort of now getting out of that where I'm sleeping properly. I've sort of felt gross for a few days after, for basically the entire week after, and I'm having some really bad, really vivid nightmares, and a lot of crazy dreams I cannot explain. And you know, again, I don't know if I can seriously say that that's that place that did it. It's just something that's strange and out of the norm for me. Not necessarily having nightmares, because I've had nightmares before. I mean, you know, but having this many crazy dreams and crazy nightmares back to back, right after a trip like this, just doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's really the only crazy place we went to. I mean, we did go to the highlight place. We have another video coming out where we went to another place. And, you know, I had purposely left myself extremely open in this place. And I don't know. I don't know how much of this place I took with me, you know? But anyway, that is the experience of this place. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I could go in a lot more detail. I could probably talk for, you know, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours about this place and all my experience in this place. But I don't want this video to be super, super long. But anyway, check out both videos, guys. The tour video as well as our lock-in video. They are up on the main channel, Urban Ghost Urban Exploration. Also, guys, as I said in the beginning of this video, I'm working on the photos and things. I'm also working on different things to do for the fans. I did not mention that earlier. I am randomly selecting a lot of different fans from the general fan base also to send photos to. A few people have reached out to me, people that are really supportive of us, people that are basically you know, on social media, active with the channel, really helping us out, things like that. I'm randomly selecting folks to send photos to as well. You do not necessarily have to be Patreon or a member to get it. That's just our main sort of focus right now for the signed photos. I know somebody did reach out to me and offer to buy one, but we're not selling them per se. So I am selecting folks to send photos to that are not necessarily patrons and members. I do want to thank the patrons and members. You guys are the ones who actually made in a large part this particular trip possible, so I thank you for that. And I am working on all the photos. I have not been able to get a post out for the week that I was traveling, and this week, like I said, I've been sort of off dealing with some stuff in my mind, you know. So but I am working on that this week. I've got more videos planned for this particular week as well. I want to try to get maybe 2 or 3 videos out on this channel per week. So tons and tons of content. Joe and I are gearing up to do crazy things. Like I said, we were planning a trip already. And there's so many ideas that I have for both channels, and so many ideas I have for social media, so many ideas I have for merch, and I'm trying to narrow that down so that I don't go insane with all the things that go on in my head. You know, I've got a lot of special stuff that I won't talk about right now that is coming down the pipeline on all of the platforms itself that I think will be really, really cool, especially leaning up to Halloween. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm happy to hear from a lot of you guys that our content helps you get through. I know 2020 has been a mulligan for everyone. I know I say that a lot, but it is worth noting that we love and respect each and every single one of you for continuing to support us. The growth has been phenomenal. The positivity has bin phenomenal. And many of you guys are really starting to understand where we come from, what we mean, what this brand stands for, and all that good stuff, which I'm extremely, extremely happy about. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we do what we do, is to help you guys, entertain you guys, give you guys some laughs, give you guys some scares, give you some fun stuff, give you a break from the world, and also promote positive message, strength, all that good stuff. That is all encompassing of what our brand means, especially to me, and how important this is to me to be as successful as possible doing what we do. Anyway, guys, I love each and every single one of you. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. Check us out on all of the social media platforms. All of the links are all over the place. Mail us. We do have a P.O. box. Mail us if you want. I'd like to do some mail openings and things like that, reveals on this channel as well. I think it'd be a really fun thing to do. So mail us, because we don't get a ton of mail right now, but I would love to do that on this channel. A lot of you guys have been asking for that, but we just don't have enough Really, I can post occasionally on social media, but there's really not enough to do a video per se. There's just not enough. We get a couple things here and there. So please mail us, even if it's a letter just saying hi. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. Reach out to us on Patreon. Check us out on the member community page. Check us out. Urban Ghost, UGBrothers.com for merch, as well as our Teespring page. Tons of stuff on there. All that stuff is going to be pulled down, and I'm changing everything within the next several weeks. So if you have anything on there that you particularly like, you have a limited time to grab it. I am looking at potentially doing some sales in the future as well. I don't know when that's exactly going to be, but I am working on that. That is one of my projects, as well as a complete refit and redesign of the website and all of the merch that's on there, which I'm super excited about. I cannot wait to show you the new stuff. It is epic. I'm so happy about it. I just, I'm so excited about what's to come. And we are trying to improve everything from editing, lighting. We got this cool little O-ring thing for Joe's birthday. That's why I'm, got this beautiful facade on the camera right now, and we're just trying new things using my little microphone thing. We're improving all of our audio equipment, everything, hopefully before 2021 hits, because I want to take this whole thing to another level in 2021, and I want to bring each and every one of you guys with me. Now, I've already talked way too much on this video. This was not supposed to be a super long video, but I've had my caffeine and I'm really excited about this location. And this project has been a lot of fun to make. Anyway, also, guys, Cameo. We have Cameo. Some of you guys reached out and actually recommended us to do Cameo, but we have Cameo. I'm trying to figure out ways to get that out there for more of you guys to know sort of how it works and how to do it. But just baseline, you can download the Cameo application to your phone, or you can go to cameo.com and find us. Our screen name on there is Urban Ghost Urbex, I believe. We do offer cameos. That's basically allowing us an opportunity to do a personalized video for you. You get to tell us what you want us to say, or do, whatever, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, you just want us to say hi, answer questions, whatever. You just write out a little description of what you'd like in your video, and we film it for you. And you get a personalized video directly from us for you that you get to keep and do whatever you want with. So I think that's really, really cool. And we've done a ton of them, but a lot of you guys still don't know that we have it. So it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun option. So please check it out if you get a chance to do so. Anyway, stay strong, stay blessed, stay savage. Peace.